are you?
We've just been and seen Despicable Me and loved it. It's so funny.
Oh, good. Yeah, you know what? It's one of the things I'm most proud of in my career, I must say.
It is a little bit different than Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where there was the 5 minutes of unnecessary nudity. I'm going to put it out there.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You know that scene? No. We loved it. No one is complaining. None of the women are complaining. But you know the scene where you are obviously you're full frontal. You see absolutely everything.
Absolutely.
Was that?
Yes.
Is that the most embarrassing thing you've ever done?
Oh, on film.
Yeah. What, in real life, do you normally just go full frontal in front of your friends?
No, but I've done way more embarrassing things than
Like
full
what?
frontal. Oh, when I was like a little kid, this is still my most embarrassing moment. When I was 12 years old, like way too old to be doing this, I wet my pants in a magic shop. And then I went and hid from it. And then a lady in a wheelchair got wheeled into the magic shop. And they wheeled her right over my puddle of urine on the ground. And then the guy behind the counter picked up the phone, and he said a sentence that haunts me to this day. He said, we need cleanup at the magic shop. Some poor lady in a wheelchair wet her pants.
Meanwhile, you're in a corner laughing, knowing it's your urine.
I've never felt more guilty in my life.
And the fact that you're so tall as well, like you can't even hide.
It was humiliating.
It's good that you're in a magic shop, though, because, I mean, if there's any place where you should be able to find some way to hide.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, speaking of you being tall, is it true that you were 6'4" when you were 12 years old?
Yeah, it was humiliating.
And
I was 6'4", 100 pounds.
And with a weak bladder.
And I just had no way of controlling my limbs. I just kind of walked around like an octopus or something, just like limbs kind of wagging everywhere.
Well, I read somewhere that you'd be standing there and people would jump on your back and go, "Ride the oaf." Is that true?
Yeah, that's the moment I became funny. They would stand around me in a circle, and if I would try to escape, they'd punch me in the stomach, which is the not funny part. But then one by one, kids would jump on my back, and the rest would chant, "Ride the oaf, ride the oaf."
Hey, we're talking recently about how a lot of men tend to pass out in delivery rooms when their wives are having babies. Do you remember a time in your life that you have just passed out?
2 weeks ago,
Okay, how?
a friend of mine, which is not funny, had a heart attack. We went to the hospital to visit him, and he had a catheter, which you know what a catheter
Oh,
is,
is
right?
that inserted into you?
Up to the bladder.
Okay.
And he described it to me, the process, at which point I woke up in a hospital bed.
Oh, no, Jackson.
with doctors around me. Like, are you okay? You've passed out.
That's funny. I mean, parts of it aren't funny. That part's funny.
Humiliating, because it was in the same room as my friend who had just had a heart attack,
Oh.
who clearly needed the real medical attention.
And all the doctors are worried about your pale self.
Yeah, old weak Constitution Segel over here.